Hey friends, it's nice to see you. At least you can see me. And I'm so glad that you're here and that I can share a little bit of this project with you. We are going to work on a Laurel Burch cat. You do have a PowerPoint in the art folder that tells you about her and gives you some examples as well. But I wanted to just show you what I have. So I really looked at her artwork and I got some inspiration. I loved how her face is kind of blended into other colors, and I loved the different patterns that she used. So those are some things that you should be thinking about when you go to decorate your cat. But first, let's get started. So we're going to work on the letter W. It's going to help us repeat, and we're going to do our face and our legs using that kind of letter W. So our W is going to be rounded, not pointed. Here it goes. All the way over to the side of the paper and up towards the top. If you can kind of see that mark, I'm way over there. Look how far over I came. Okay, not too far here, but here I want to try to get over as far as I can. All right, I'm going to come down, and I usually go a little bit up from the middle of the paper. So I'm going to come over with a hook, okay? Stop there and then come back in and do the next hook, okay? It's going to look like a letter J. So I try to keep it the same. So let me just scooch in here and see if I can go slow and come back up. All right, now let's angle in for the ears. And remember, you can stop this at any time if you want to catch up. Angling in and connecting in the middle. Now, all your cats will look different if you try to draw a bunch of them. I have drawn, probably about 20 just to do this project. So, yeah, just practice until you get one that you really like. All right, let's go down and get the feet on here. Okay, so we're going to mimic that letter W again. Just make sure I'm going here good. So I'm coming from the face and I'm coming down and I'm just curving, okay? And I can stop, and then I'm going to do it again. Curve, oops, and stop. Okay. Now, it's really important that you guys do this with pencil. Hopefully, you haven't started with your marker. If you did, that's okay. It'll only affect what you do if you use water, like water paint or something like that. So if you are using marker and you want to water paint, just make sure that you have like a permanent marker, like a Sharpie. All right. So now I'm going to go back up to the face and I'm going to add some facial details. So I can start with a nose, whatever you like. I come up for the bridge of the nose, and then I'm going to make 2 ellipses on either side. Curving over, coming back, like we did with our portraits of Sandra Silber's wig. Curve over, come back. And if they're lopsided or they are one's not big as the other, that's okay. You can always go back in and fix them. Okay, just a couple details. If you've taken a look at her picture, she definitely adds a couple details on the face and some whiskers. But we're just going to use these as points of reference. So I'm going to start just above the head, and I want to head down to here. Or I can start here and then work my way back up. I just want to leave enough room on the side for a tail. All right, here we go. I'm going to start down here, and I'm going to make a little bit of a curve. And I don't want to go out too far. I'm kind of making a backwards C for this. And I go really slow until I meet up with where I want to go. Okay? Now that leaves me a little bit of room there, and I can still work with that. So I'm going to come up and curve over, or however you want it to look. And then I'm just going to slide this guy down and stop. Okay, I can add some feet, some little claws there. If you want to add your, what do you call those, whiskers, you can do those. Boop. Now he's starting to look a little more cat-like. This is his bottom. He's sitting on his butt. All right, so let's talk a little bit about design, and then I'm going to send you off to try these on your own. Okay, so a couple things that I've done. If you can kind of see this little cat, I just used some basic shapes, and I kind of put them all throughout. Okay, this one I went a little crazier, and I love zigzag, so I thought, well, why not line? We can certainly do line. Line and shape are elements of art, and they can really help transform our picture and really just make it very, very interesting. Okay, with these two, I loved the pattern that I saw on some of her cats, so I kind of took that and used that for my own. And down here, I also used a line, which then kind of became a shape, and I loved the blending in the face that some of her cats had. So you can really do any shapes, any lines. The lines on this one, I am then going to fill them in. So I might go black, white, whatever I do. Doesn't have to be color. It can be neutral colors too, which are colors, but, well, they're absence of colors, some of them, or the mixture of all colors. Anyway, we'll get into that some other time. But her stuff is very bright. So you want to look at that, you want to think about that, and think about what you want to do. It doesn't have to be a certain color scheme. You can use whatever you want and just have fun. Okay? And I cannot wait to see what you've done. Again, just make sure that you're looking and get some really good ideas. Try some things out, sketch some things. Don't always go with the first thing that you try, but really just play around and have fun. All right, hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.